In the 90s, Dave Chappelle gained a lot of traction as being one of the better up-and-coming comedians. Chappelle's early TV appearances come from shows like Star Search and Def Comedy Jam. TV executives saw potential in Chappelle as someone who could star in his own sitcom based around his life, like they do with most comedians. Throughout his career, Chappelle has had numerous opportunities to have his own sitcom. Unfortunately, before Chappelle's show, it never worked out. Chappelle had become known for having a new pilot every year. He even named his production company Pilot Boy Productions. I probably did 11 failed television pilots, and I have to be honest, like maybe one went to series, another one was bought, but I quit. The show that made it to air was Buddies, a spinoff of Home Improvement. Chappelle originally appeared on an episode of the popular Tim Allen Show with comedian Jim Breuer, who would later go on to co-star in Half-Baked. Before the show debuted, Breuer was placed with actor Christopher Garten, disrupting the chemistry between real-life friends Chappelle and Breuer. Buddies debuted on March 5th, 1996, and was canceled after 5 episodes aired. A total of 13 were produced. When reflecting on the quick cancellation of Buddies, Chappelle admitted, "It was a bad show. It was bad. I mean, when we were doing it, I could tell this was not going to work." A few years after Buddies got taken off the air, Chappelle would have another chance at TV. This next project would be the one he quit. Chappelle met with Fox for a possible sitcom, which would have been a semi-autobiographical to take on his life as a struggling stand-up comedian in New York. The series was originally developed for ABC, but after the network passed, the show was retooled for the Fox network. Fox ordered 6 episodes for the show that was scheduled to debut mid-season, but Chappelle and executive producer Peter Tolan, who wrote 2 episodes of Buddies, ultimately decided to walk away from the project after their creative meetings with Fox left them with a bitter taste in their mouth. According to Chappelle and Tolan, the executives at Fox suggested changing the lead female character from black to white, and even proposed adding a new white character to broaden the show's appeal. A 1998 article in Variety reported that the Fox network issued out a statement responding to Chappelle and Tolan's comments. The Fox network respects the unique perspective and integrity of each member of its audience, and to suggest anything less is disturbing and upsetting in the light of our past, present, and future efforts. They flew me out for a creative meeting. I'm in a room full of white people, and they proved to tell me why we need more white people on the show, so it can have a more universal appeal. This network billed itself on black viewers, and what they're saying is white people are narcissistic. They don't want to watch black people, they want to watch themselves. It tells every black artist no matter what you do, you need whites to succeed. According to the article, Chappelle thought Fox's actions were perpetuating a racist insight into our business. He thought bringing in white viewers by adding white characters was disgusting. The idea that unless I have white people around me on my show, that it's unwatchable or doesn't have a universal appeal is racist. You know, they don't make them put black people on Friends, or they don't make them put black people on Seinfeld, but all of a sudden I get in the room and it's like, where's all the white people? At the time, Fox was known for its black audience by airing shows like Martin, Rock, Living Single, and In Living Color. These shows made Fox commercially viable and competitive against remaining networks, CBS, ABC, and NBC. These shows featured predominantly black casts and performed well enough to reach syndication. Doug Alligood, then Senior Vice President of Special Markets, who studied black and white TV viewing patterns, claimed that it wasn't surprising that Fox wanted to extend its fan base beyond the black viewers that helped the network make a name for itself. We tend to forget that TV is a general audience medium. Unfortunately for black performers, the biggest audience is white. I don't think it's racist to want to bring in white characters or black characters. I was always screaming for Seinfeld to bring in black characters. Martin, Living Single, and New York Undercover all aired on Fox and went off air in 1997, 1998, and 1999 respectively. At the time, Fox decided to shift its focus from black audiences to younger demographic to attract more advertisers. This often means abandoning shows with black casts in favor of shows with white casts. A similar thing would happen nearly 8 years later when UPN and the WB would merge to form the CW. In 2019, Essence Atkins participated in an interview with Shadow and Act, where she claimed that UPN died because of gentrification. Tyler James Williams from Everybody Hates Chris agreed with her. She was right. We kept that network alive, and for Everybody Hates Chris specifically, we helped build the CW. When they were pulling all these shows that they thought could help launch the network, we were used as the foundation to build a network that ended up going in a completely different direction. I think that's the case that we see in Black America all the time. Chappelle's efforts to make an authentic show were halted due to the transitioning happening over at the Fox network. The network executives wanted to move away from a predominantly black cast, even though they had had success with all black casts in the years prior. Chappelle disagreed with Ali Good by bringing up comedians like Bill Cosby, Richard Pryor, and Eddie Murphy, all whom had broad appeal. People don't love them because they're surrounded by white people. Cosby only had white characters when it was feasible, and nobody noticed. We were trying to do a realistic depiction of Dave's life, not a black show, but a smart, funny show that happened to be black. But Fox said there needs to be more white faces. Basically, Dave Chappelle cannot appear on Fox TV unless Whitey gets him in the door. It's embarrassing, and I realized I couldn't do it. I felt morally it was wrong. According to Fox sources, the network was surprised when Chappelle and Tolan walked away because they didn't give them any ultimatums, only suggestions. One executive had asked Chappelle and Tolan what their thoughts were on adding a perspective, a point of view that allows a larger audience to appreciate it. After the backlash, Fox wanted it to be known that they had plans on airing 3 sitcoms with lead black characters: Living in Captivity, The PJs, and Getting Personal, starring Vivica A. Fox and Dwayne Martin. The most successful out of the 3 was The PJs, which ran for 2 seasons on Fox and a 3rd on the WB. Getting Personal was canceled after 17 episodes, while Living in Captivity failed to get past 8. After the deal with Fox fell through, the CEO of UPN, Dean Valentine, offered to pick up the show, but the drama at Fox was enough to leave him jaded with the television and film industry overall. I love Dean to death, but I'm just so disgusted with TV. I don't care if I ever work in TV again. Ultimately, I may just do stand-up. Luckily, Chappelle gave television one more shot in 5 years with the premiere of Chappelle Show on Comedy Central, leading to huge success and critically acclaimed for its scathing critique of race in America. It would seem that Chappelle's problems at Fox would inspire him on Chappelle's Show. Some could even argue he got his last laugh with his sketch, The Niggar Family. Chappelle effectively said, if you want my blackness but want to sell it to white America, here it is. You can have it.